And the folks that you're consulting and that you're working with, what are some of the common things that you're seeing across the board? What are the patterns, the trends that you're seeing in companies that are obviously thinking a lot about generative AI and how it applies to their business?
I would say the big one is focusing on something like chatbots, whether that's like a conversion or a lead, whatever that is, building tools that allow you to take some kind of like conversion or like conversion event. The second thing I've really noticed is people really pulling away from agents. I think they were very sexy maybe during the summer of last year, but then have more users. They're realizing that the churn is a huge problem. For every AI product, I'm sure people have shown this MMR plot where it just goes hockey stick, right? But what they don't show you is right afterwards, that just like falls back down. And a lot of the business is basically making sure that slope is as flat as possible.
Yeah, I've heard somebody refer to the users who are jumping between different AI products just to explore them, just to try them out as AI tourists. And I know a lot of businesses that have benefited from them. I'm curious, for the folks that you've seen that have been able to prevent that just very steep fall off, or at least manage it in the best possible way, what are some of the things that have lended to successfully managing it?
I would say there are three things. There's education, engagements, and quality. And so education is the fact that for the most part, because these AI models can do anything, we don't really know what to ask it. Because we don't know what the superpowers are, you might download something, you try it out, but then you might not really be sure when you'll ever want to use this again. It's very obvious for something like a transcript, AI. Well, obviously after every meeting, I might use the transcript. But when you're given a blank search bar, when you're given a blank chat box, it's really hard to figure out what to do. So education helps you get those capabilities to the user using this feature that we have. Try asking it about your emails, et cetera, et cetera. And then when it comes to actual minimizing something like churn, the idea is to minimize churn, you really want to maximize like some kind of time spent metric, some engagement metric. If I have to go to the chatbot, for example, to engage with it, if I forget because I don't have any good ideas, my utilization will go down. What that might look like to improve engagement is just having a little bit more pop-ups, figuring out when is the right time to send a notification, having some kind of push engagement with the user rather than just waiting for the user to message the agent. And the second thing is just quality. Output is the volume times the leverage. The volume is like how often we're engaging, how often we're sending a push notification, how often we're trying to educate the user. And the leverage is just quality, and those are the things that you build evals against, and you try to set those against the business metrics.